You guys must have been invited to these billionaire party islands before in your real lives.
No.
What? Well, I like that Kate kind of laughed nervously. You just went, no.
Is that something that happens? No one ever lets me know.
Good morning, you're listening to the Dave Berry Breakfast Show. My guests this morning, as promised, are two of the stars of the brand new movie, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. It's Kate Hudson and Daniel Craig. Daniel, Kate, hello.
Hello, good morning, hello. Is that good morning?
Good morning, yeah. It's good morning,
No,
Daniel.
right.
So I've seen the new movie. Love it. It's dazzling. It's funny. It's full of smart twists. It has all of that stuff. And now I don't want to tar you with my brush, but I have to ask. Obviously, you're both professionals. But when you received a script,
I liked that. I want to tar you.
yeah, I don't want to tar you with the brush.
Right.
But you know, what I want to say is basically when you get the script and you're reading through, are you ever tempted to skip to the end just to have a little look at who indeed done it?
I don't read them like that, really. I can't
Oh,
read
okay.
them, no, because I think that's also what the movie... You can watch the movie and you can be trying to guess who did it, but it's not... There are so many other things you could enjoy at the same time. But when I'm reading it, I kind of forget it's a murder mystery. I kind of read it for just a script. I'm usually laughing too much anyway when I'm reading it. So
I felt the same way. I feel the same way. You know, and Rian Johnson is such an amazing writer. You kind of get lost in his writing. You forget even thinking about the whodunit because he writes such rich characters. And then he takes you on a ride and you just sort of enjoy the ride. And it was actually, like, for me, interesting. Obviously, Daniel's in a different position. He's a producer on this, and so he works much closer with Ryan than any of us did. But for me, it was like, how is Ryan going to get himself out of New England from the first one? That was the only thing that I went into reading it, and within 4 pages, I was just completely in this new film.
We kind of have an autumn-winter movie in the first one and a spring-summer collection in the latest film.
where do
as
we
well.
go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I said to Ryan when we did have a conversation on the set of the first one was like, well, we make another one of these. It was just a sort of a fantasy at the time. I just said, yes, just somewhere hot, please. So anyway, it took me to
Somewhere
heart, thankfully.
warm.
It's set on the island, the private island of an eccentric billionaire, played brilliantly by Edward Norton. As you said, you know, the cast are so fantastic, yourself, of course, included in that. And the material that you've been given to play with, you do brilliantly. And Edward Norton does a great job of playing the eccentric billionaire. It's an invitation-only thing, which is a really great setting for this movie because it's all about a kind of murder mystery weekend that he wants to happen. You know, you guys must have been invited to these billionaire party islands before in your real lives. No. What? Well, I like that Kate kind of laughed nervously.
I
You just went, no. Do you ever accept the invitation?
Is that something that happens? No one ever lets me know.
Daniel
Never
does
been
protest too
invited to.
much.
He's yes.
You'd think so,
Oh,
wouldn't you? But
billionaires.
What about the kind of private party islands? I mean, have you witnessed shenanigans? Would you like to divulge them now on the show? Kate,
Come on, spill
Have
it,
I
Kate, go on.
witnessed?
come on, Kate,
Shenanigans.
show me some shenanigans.
No, I haven't actually witnessed too many shenanigans. Yeah, no, I
No,
Daniel, are you going to talk to me about shenanigans?
I don't get invited to these things. I think you're kind of,
Yeah,
people have
right.
a misunderstanding about who I am. I mean, if someone's getting invited, it's not me.
But
I
you're...
think Edward would be the person to ask that question
Yeah.
to.
Okay, I'll ask it for
Honestly,
Edward.
yeah. I think Daniel and I prefer different kinds of
Yeah.
Parties.
Entertainment and parties.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally
Right.
understand what you're saying. Daniel, on the fictional Billionaires Island that your character has been
I love I
invited
just
to.
threw Edward under the bus on that one.
Ask Edward.
No, is Edward coming on the show?
Yeah.
It must be very satisfying as an actor to deliver that kind of big monologue that tells us who did it and how they did it. Is that
Right.
a nice moment that you look forward to on set when you know you're going to be shooting it that day?
I'm not sure I look forward to it.
Okay.
But, listen, when you have great words to speak, it's a joy. When you have terrible words to speak, it's not so nice. So, so when we got Ryan's dialogue, which is funny, and I'm surrounded by these incredible actors who are just turning in. I mean, Kate's performance in this movie is just is up there with some of the best comedic performances there are, and to have someone like that around to bounce off means that my job is just cut in half. So I learn the whole thing like as a block, and I just do it, and we just shoot it until the you know, the camera runs out, and that I just feel like I want to feel it's like it's happening right there and then, and that when he cuts away, you don't have to change, we don't have to record any more dialogue and things like that. So.
Which is amazing to watch. That was
Well, I bet it
for
is.
all of us. We were
Slightly
like,
boring.
no, Daniel. Far from boring. Honestly, watching
Shut
Daniel.
up.
You're not coming to any parties, and shut up, Daniel.
My life.
I'm just going to stay at home and be quiet.
Oh no, he was so great, and we were all just, and it was so fun too, because we were all so supportive of each other.
Yeah.
With these, everyone had those moments, but afterwards it was like watching theater. We were like,
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
it was fun.
Dan, you said there that Kate turns in one of the great comedy performances, and you do. And I wanted to spend some time just saying to you that Birdie J is one of my kind of favourite things in the entire
Same
movie.
here.
Because you have such a likeable character who's been cancelled so many times.
She's a
but not because she's an
cancelled-
awful human. It's because why is it, and how do you go about? Because some of the things she's done are pretty spicy, but she's
Yeah.
not done them from a bad place. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no, it's pure ignorance, and I think that Birdie,
She's complicated.
she is complicated. Ryan wrote such a great character.
He did.
And
He
it
did.
really is all there. My job was like how to ground Birdie so that there is that sort of empathetic, feeling that you can get have for her. And that for me was really just her desire to be the center of attention and validated and loved. I think she desperately wants to feel loved. And so it makes all of those, it's like that being where that's coming from, makes it just kind of, I think, takes the edge off of the quote unquote canceling.
Yeah. But I mean, some of the reasons she has been in the past are hilarious
It's just-
and well worth looking out for when you go see the film. That's what I would say.
Yeah.